For 5,000 years, Stonehenge has guarded its secrets. Who built it and why? But recently, a single human tooth buried deep in the earth changed everything. This tiny fragment has revealed shocking answers about the people who created one of history's greatest mysteries. And the truth is nothing like what we imagined.
The discovery begins not in our time, but in 1924. Archaeologists working near Stonehenge's southern entrance unearthed a cow's jawbone. To them, it seemed ordinary, perhaps even irrelevant, catalogued, boxed, and largely forgotten. Yet hidden within that jaw was a molar that held secrets as ancient as the stones themselves. What no one realized then was that this tooth was more than bone and enamel. It was a time capsule, preserving a record of place, of movement, of a journey written in chemical code. For a century, it lay silent. Until now. Modern science has developed a way of reading those silent codes. By measuring the isotopes of oxygen, carbon, strontium, and lead within the tooth's enamel, researchers can trace the origins of the animal it once belonged to. Each bite of grass, each drop of water, leaves behind a geological signature. Like rings in a tree trunk, these isotopes record not just diet, but geography. And when scientists from Cardiff University and the British Geological Survey turned their attention to that forgotten cowtooth, they uncovered something extraordinary. This animal was not local. Its isotopic profile matched the ancient Paleozoic rocks of southwest Wales, the very region where Stonehenge's bluestones were quarried. The implications are staggering. This is the first direct evidence that livestock, and by extension the people who tended them, were making the arduous trek from Wales to Salisbury Plain. The cow's journey mirrored that of the stones themselves. Suddenly, the glacier theory, once a favored explanation, crumbles under the weight of new proof. These stones were not gifts of nature, deposited by ice ages. They were carried, deliberately, painstakingly, across nearly 200 miles of river valleys, forests, and open plains. The builders of Stonehenge were not merely arranging stones, they were orchestrating one of the greatest feats of prehistoric engineering. Pause to imagine the scene 5,000 years ago. A herd of cattle trudges forward, their breath clouding in the cold dawn. Men and women guide them, pulling heavy sledges laden with bluestones. The air is thick with the sound of straining muscle, creaking wood, and the rhythmic call of voices urging the procession onward. This was not a journey of hours or days. It was a migration across seasons, an epic pilgrimage binding two landscapes together, and in the enamel of a cow's molar, those 6 months of hardship were captured forever. Experts have been quick to recognize the importance of this discovery. Professor Jane Evans, a leading scientist in isotope analysis, described it as an extraordinary tale told by a sliver of tooth. Richard Madgwick of Cardiff University noted that it offers unparalleled detail on the distant origins of the animal and the arduous journey it was brought on. And Michael Parker Pearson, one of Britain's foremost archaeologists, proposed a startling possibility: that cattle themselves may have been harnessed to help haul the stones. If true, it suggests that Stonehenge was not only a triumph of human will, but a collaboration between humans and the animals they relied upon. The symbolism runs deeper still. Livestock were central to Neolithic life, not just as food, but as wealth, ritual offerings, and companions in survival. To bring cattle alongside the stones may have carried spiritual meaning. Perhaps the animals were part of a ceremonial procession, their presence sanctifying the labor. Perhaps they were sacrificed upon arrival, their bones interred near the monument as eternal witnesses to the feat. The cow jaw unearthed in 1924 may have been such a relic, laid to rest near the circle's threshold as a silent marker of the journey completed. What makes this discovery so compelling is not just what it solves, but what it suggests. Stonehenge was not the work of isolated villagers, nor of a single tribe confined to Salisbury Plain. It was the work of a network that spanned regions. People moved, Animals moved, and ideas moved with them. The stones themselves are evidence of connection between Wales and Wessex, between quarry and circle, between the living and their gods. The cow's tooth provides the missing link, proof that this connection was real, physical, and deliberate. And yet, even as one mystery yields, others deepen. Why was such effort undertaken? Why bring stones from so far, when suitable rocks lay closer at hand? Was it the quality of the Welsh blue stone believed by some to have healing properties? Was it the power of tradition, binding communities to ancestral quarries? Or was it a symbolic act, uniting distant peoples under a single monument? The tooth gives us movement, but it cannot give us motive. That remains locked in the silence of time. Still, the impact of this single tooth is undeniable. It sweeps aside centuries of speculation and brings us closer than ever to understanding Stonehenge's creation. A forgotten fragment of bone, overlooked for decades, has revealed that the stones were not passive remnants of an ice age, but the purposeful cargo of human ambition. They were dragged, rolled, and pulled across miles of unforgiving terrain. And at their side, cattle bore witness, beasts of burden, companions of ceremony, and, unknowingly, record keepers of one of the greatest undertakings in human history. So the next time you stand before Stonehenge, look beyond the looming stones. Imagine the procession. Imagine the cattle plodding through mud and frost, the men and women urging them onward, the vision of a circle that would stand for ages. Somewhere in that vision, a cow chews its final meals in the Welsh hills, unaware that its tooth will one day solve a mystery that baffled the world for 5,000 years. A single tooth may have unlocked the mystery of Stonehenge after 5,000 years. Yet some discoveries are far older and far stranger. Deep beneath the earth, scientists have found evidence of an ancient pre-flood structure, so advanced it seemed impossible for humans to build.
It was the view, very firm view of archaeologists, that there had been no megalithic architecture. When I say megalithic, I mean literally big stones, stone circles, huge constructions, nothing like that before 6,000 years ago. Central to my work was the notion of a global cataclysm, roughly 12,500, 12,800 years ago. They are not saying that it also wiped out a lost advanced civilization of prehistory. I'm saying that.
In the heart of Lebanon's Bekaa Valley lies an ancient wonder that defies the sands of time, the Baalbek Temple Complex.
This is Baalbek in the Lebanon. Each of these 3 blocks weighs 900 tons.
Home to some of the largest and most mysterious stone blocks ever used in construction, these colossal remnants of the Roman Empire's grandeur weigh as much as 1,650 tons each, more than an entire fleet of blue whales. How these stones were transported and precisely set into place remains one of history's most captivating puzzles.
I don't know how they did it. All I know is they did it. I don't think anybody knows how they did it, how they lifted those stones, how they brought them up to that level.
Join us as we delve into the enigmatic world of Baalbek, where ancient engineering meets modern curiosity, challenging everything we thought we knew about human ingenuity.
A Roman site for sure, but what about this bizarre enclosure wall that surrounds it?
Nestled in the fertile Bekaa Valley of Lebanon, the ancient site of Baalbek is a testament to architectural and cultural grandeur spanning thousands of years. Known as Heliopolis during the Hellenistic period, Baalbek's journey began as a modest Phoenician town named Baalath, dedicated to the worship of Baal, a god associated with the sun and storms, pivotal to the agricultural rituals of its people. The transformation of Baalbek accelerated following its conquest by Alexander the Great in 334 BC.